So I think the main thing is that this is not a teaching. So usually I don't promise much, actually nothing at all, but I can promise this one thing, that after this afternoon no one will be closer to fulfillment and no one will be closer to wholeness. Because all there is wholeness. Or let's say all there is what happens, what seems to be happening, and this is naturally whole and complete. It's the natural reality. And it's not whole and complete for a reason, it just is that. For no reason. This is whole and complete for no reason at all. Not because it's good, not because it's holy, not because it has to be whole and complete. It just is that, for no reason. Nothing is missing. The only thing that lives in the impression of this is not enough, or I've lost something, is this one illusion, this one and only illusion, which is I am. This sense of existence, this notion of presence, something that seems to live in the body, which says to itself, I am, I exist. And by saying that to itself, energetically, it's automatically separate. It's a feeling, and that's instant and automatic. The moment there is something saying to itself, well, I'm me, it's automatically separate from everything else. And that's how the me feels. It feels separate from other people, it feels separate from the situation, it actually feels separate from its own thoughts and feelings. It feels separate from its body. I'm here and I already have a body. I live in the body. And there's nothing wrong with that. But part of that experience to be separate is a sense of lack. It's not based on any reality. It's not that something is actually missing or lacking. It's just a feeling that belongs to this sense of I am. And that also is instant and automatic. Nothing can be done about that, which basically is the person's problem. Because the whole seeking drive comes to get rid of this sense of lack. It comes out of, or the intention is to get rid of this sense of lack. That's where all the seeking comes from. But what the person can't see is that its mere presence causes this sense of unfulfillment. So it can't get rid of that. No matter what it's doing, it's already there to feel fulfilled. So it can't get rid of this unfulfillment. They just go together. So what we talk about here is that this sense of presence doesn't have any substance. Very simplified, one could say it's an illusion. That's why nothing helps. On the one hand, nothing helps because the person is that sense of lack. On the other hand, nothing helps because it's an illusion. One can't help an illusion. So this feeling that something is missing is illusory. Nothing is missing. There is no one here who needs to understand anything, who needs to achieve a certain state of peace, of freedom, of liberation, or a state of no me. It's a dream. So no one here lacks anything. It's this. What happens, what seems to be happening, is naturally whole and complete. But as there is no one separate, there is also no one who will wake up to this reality. This longing, this hope, would again be part of the dream. When can I see that? When will I become aware of this being whole and complete? When will I feel whole and complete? When will this become my personal conscious experience? And again, that's looking for something that doesn't exist. On the one hand, because this experience to be a conscious something is illusory in the first place. So you just can't have an experience of conscious wholeness or something. On the other hand, as I said, because this sense of lack automatically belongs to this sense of I am. So that's the good news, basically. Well, I don't know if it's news in that sense, but this is whole and complete. It's all there is. And there's absolutely nothing missing. By being whole and complete already, it will remain unrealized. There isn't wholeness and someone realizing it. And the great freedom is that that's not needed. It hasn't been needed all of our lives. Life just happened so far without any kind of realization, and it was kind of okay. And apparently it'll just go on like that. There'll just be apparently life happening without anyone realizing anything. That's the freedom.
Andreas, you said that the me feel separate from his thought and feeling. What about pain? If I am separate from my pain,
Yeah.
I must not suffer from my pain.
Well, I would say actually you suffer from pain because you feel separate from it. Because there's a pain and you, and it feels as if you have that pain. And so that opens up the possibility to suffer from it. Why do I have to have this pain? What to do with that? I can't stand the pain. So you need someone who's separate from that to suffer from it. I mean, the person suffers from its feelings, some people suffer from their thoughts, from situations, so that is the illusion of suffering, to suffer from, and trying to find an answer to it. How do I deal with the pain? How do I deal with feelings, with thoughts, with life? So this is only possible when there is a separate something.
So when there is no separation
Mm.
and there is pain,
Mm.
then there is no problem.
Yes, it's just painful, but yeah. But no one has the problem to find an answer to it. And in a very strange way, it turns out that this is the only suffering. It's not really what happens. Pain isn't really suffering in that sense. The only inner struggle, the only suffering would be, how do I find a solution to that? What can I do? In the end, it's always the same dynamic. The question is, what can I do to feel whole and complete, even when there's pain? The person would say, well, it's easy when I feel good and when it's healthy. But how can I feel whole and complete when there's pain? And that causes the struggle. Because it's impossible to feel whole and complete anyway. But when there's pain, it seems to be much more difficult. So the struggle is is stronger.
First, the dealing with pain. I don't want to go further.
Yeah, sorry, I was saying too much. Yeah,
Stay by the pain.
yeah. Sorry, I thought we'd talk it all through, but yeah.
Now there is pain.
Okay.
So, if this pain problem for the me, just for the me.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well, the me has the impression that I have to act on it in the end to make myself feel whole and complete. The me isn't really interested about pain or no pain. That's the business of the body, so to speak. The body cares, apparently. But the me only wants to get rid of the pain in order to come back to, now it's good again for me.
So the body is resisting the pain in this.
Well, maybe. At least the body's feeling it. And usually the body acts out of that, all by itself. But not in order to feel good again, like the person would want to do it. It's like a completely additional dynamic, the personal energy. In the end, the person isn't interested in anything else than coming to this, than finding a way to come to this inner experience of rest. It's not interested in solving any other problem. If it has to solve another problem to do that, okay. But actually all it's looking for is to find this, great, now I can say yes again to life or to what happens.
I know when this problem is solved, there is another problem for the me.
Well, anyway, because the me is that feeling of I'm incomplete. That's why problem solving never does do anything in that sense. The me will just go on, be a me, and feel unfulfilled. That's what it does. Anyway, no matter what happens. That's how it feels and what it does.
Andreas, like before you died, before you've said this before you died, you had no idea you were going to end up speaking about this.
That's true.
And then as soon as you
well, I didn't have an idea that I will die.
Yeah.
But
then as soon as you died, the meetings began.
Yeah, quite well. I had to rewrite my story a bit, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. But what I was going to say was like, I think a large part of the fear for me is not having control of knowing what will happen if I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could just go any way, apparently.
Yeah.
Things can carry on as they are, or, like in your case, something completely not anticipated.
Yes.
I guess I think maybe that's part of the fear, is just wanting control of knowing what's it going to be like.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
Well, that's, well, the me's whole question is, will I be safe?
Well, yeah, it's actually a bit more than that. I mean, for the person, the future is very important because that's the time when it will be fulfilled in its dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And death is the end of that possibility. Well, there never was the possibility to be fulfilled.
Yeah, but so it wants to know how the future will look like. So it can ask itself, will I still be able to be happy if that and that happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I still be fulfilled if I would live on the street? No. So I have to make sure to not live on the street in the future. Yeah. But it doesn't matter anymore. So.
But even if you just look at your life back, I mean, I would never have thought, I've been born in Hungary, I never have thought that I will be living in 3 other countries, speaking German, English, and other a little bit. So you never know. But the problem is, the me cares a lot. They want to have really, just to be sure that I'm not gonna die. This is the thing, if you just let everything get out from your hand, without control, and just see for one day, don't plan anything, just for one day, then you will see it just happening by itself. Don't do what the thought says, like, I would like to drink now a coffee. No, just wait until the body goes and drinks a coffee.
Yes.
And then you realize, wow, I am not doing anything. It's just happening.
Anyway, I mean, it's like that anyway already all the time. I mean, yeah. Yes.
To his thing about pain.
Yeah.
When she said everything's happening, and because I was thinking, pain is this thing that we want to get rid of. Let's say if someone on the street really hurts himself really badly, then I'd probably go there and try to help him relieve his pain, maybe. Or there's, let's say, painkillers, and we say that's all happens without a me. That's that is.
Oh yeah.
We avoid pain, and that's just part of.
Well, that's just kind of quite natural, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't really avoid it. Well, yeah.
We do something against it. I mean, pain is.
Exactly, but that's what I mean. It's not really avoiding it beforehand, but when it happens, there is a reaction to it. The body just reacts naturally, but not in order to feel fulfilled.
But you're not saying
No.
pain is. Well, you're not saying pain is good, or there's no need to not do it. What you're saying
Well,
is.
nothing is good or bad, but no, I don't say that you should accept pain and bear it. No. But pain is whole and complete, of course. Yeah. And the reaction to it as well. It's just a very, I mean, the whole life is a very natural flow in that sense. Yeah. There's just no real answer to this one question that the person is asking. How can there be pain and a happy me? How can there be pain and me in a fulfilled way? And there's just no answer to this question of what should I do? How should I deal with pain? There's just no question to that.
And the tendency.
No answer, sorry.
The tendency would probably be that there isn't pain and oh God, it's all terrible, because sometimes someone can have a small pain and go, oh my God, I'm so horrible. Oh God. That probably won't happen, because there won't be a feeling I can't be a happy me if there's pain.
Yeah.
No one's saying.
No.
But there won't
But
be
yes.
victimhood in the sense.
Say again?
There won't be victimhood. I'm a victim of
Oh no,
pain.
exactly. The victim dies. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The doer and the victim, they are the same actually, or the creator. And yeah. Yeah. No one's a victim here. Yeah.
But if you accept pain, even though me is trying to accept it, then it will be less. If you don't go against, then it will accept it. It just let it go, and then
Yeah,
will-
but more or less pain isn't really the point. It doesn't matter really. And
well,
of
but
course,
it will end sooner if you just let it go.
I'm not sure.
I know because I did it.
Maybe it can seem like that
Mm.
because you're focusing on accepting it. So
Mm. And even if you are looking at the pain is, if you really look at the bottom, is love.
well, it's all love.
Yeah.
So
So that's why if it's getting everything off the pain, you just peel it like onion, then on the bottom is love. So everything is just unconditional love.
yeah, but that's to me it sounds like that there is some doing in that. Or
No, why?
Oh.
You just live it. I mean, if you are there and this whole relaxed situation, okay, I have terrible headache. I don't take a pill. So let's see what happens. Why is the pain? Where is it coming from? And I realized
yeah, but
that
that's
it's
what
just
I
in
mean.
the-
That's
in
it.
the-
It's a part.
Yeah, but
Because-
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just
Yeah.
letting in bracket.
Yeah.
We need to somehow speak, so I need to say
Yeah.
I'm letting it and.
Because for me the painkillers work very well.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, of
almost
course, I mean-
instant. Yeah.
Yeah, it just, of course, it's different.
But
But it's very interesting, really.
mhm.
If you just try it maybe once.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing around with that a bit when I was on the spiritual path and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just life. It's just happening.
Exactly.
Even if you're drinking cola, eating ice, eating McDonald's, eating healthy stuff, it's all the same.
Yeah, you say all those things as if they were bad. I'm doing all those things. But
I'm not saying it's bad. I never.
yeah. It sounded like
It-
even that
The
is how.
society says it's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. I want to do all those things today, actually. Well, no Coke. That wasn't part of the plan. Anyway.
Would you say that addiction is the same as pain? Like, only me would want to get rid of it. So, if the me does, that necessarily doesn't mean that addiction stops.
Exactly. When the me drops, there can still be addiction, yeah. The me would only live in this inner conflict, saying, oh, if I wouldn't have the addiction, I would be closer to fulfillment. So it would create this additional inner conflict. Mm.
So, if you are, for example, a smoker, there wouldn't be a thought, oh, smoking is bad for me, I have to stop, and that struggle with it. That
Well, every day I have those thoughts, but there's no one in conflict. So having those thoughts there's no, they just are what happens. That's the thing. But there is no one who feels separate from that, having the idea I could make it happen, who's believing the thoughts, who is in a conflict with itself. Mm. Everything just is itself. In that sense, even apparent conflict. There's just no one in it. Mm. I sometimes think that even while I'm smoking, not before or afterwards, so I shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. Great fun. Just life happening. God. So the person would regard this as a contradiction because it would feel like in between, and it would as if those things are separate, and I have to find an answer to that or make it logical or stuff. It's just undivided.
It's really nice to hear that. So. It's really
Yeah, it's nice if my conflicts are comforting you. But at your service, yeah.
The same happened with me.
Yeah,
I shouldn't do that.
yeah, yeah. Mm.
So basically, I don't know if you can answer me because you're telling me there is no way, there is nothing can be done. But I just recently felt this emptiness. It was really great, and then it just, I don't know, it came back everything again.
Mm.
So I can't even.
Well, I would say that you are illusory. This I, which was feeling the emptiness for a while, this I is an illusion. So even when feeling emptiness, so you somehow stayed separate from it.
But how do I know then that I am there? Basically, if I cannot feel, if I cannot see, if I cannot touch, how do you know?
Where? Where would you want to be?
Yeah, like there, where you are, basically. I know that you are telling us. I know, I understand.
No, the thing is that I'm not there and I'm not anywhere.
Yeah, but let's say, okay, you are enlightened and I am not, because I am feeling as a person. So basically then, if I say, I feel the emptiness, and you say, no, you cannot feel it, I cannot feel, I cannot touch, I cannot see, then how do I know if I am there or not?
Never. Never. Because there is no place to be, there is no one who is enlightened. So this whole idea that you can be in a place...
No, you understand me wrong. I cannot
I think
you,
I do understand
no,
quite correctly.
Because I am not speaking about the personal view. I'm speaking about the... I cannot talk with words because the words are non-dual, as a dual. So basically what I wanted to tell you is you are experiencing the world differently like us now. True?
No.
Yes, it's true.
Really, I mean it. I'm not playing with words here. That
I am
is,
not seeing the reality that you are seeing.
yeah, the thing just is, I don't see more reality than you do. You just assume yourself to be someone and assume that there is a reality to be seen. So you live in the dream that you see a reality and that you could come to see an enlightened reality.
No, this is an illusion.
No, I am is an illusion. This is not an illusion. This is the natural reality. And no one here knows what this is, including me. You don't know it, I don't know it, what this is. So we are same here.
No, but the problem is I know what this is.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
this
you
is the thing.
might think that I know better because I'm enlightened. But I have not the slightest additional knowledge about what this is than you. I know as little as you do. I don't see more reality than you do. I don't see more truth than you do. I don't have a greater objective perspective than you do. There's just no one there,
I
knowing
understand this is
anything.
no one there, but here is someone there at the moment.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
This is the Maya. No, this is
Exactly.
what I'm trying to say. So,
Yeah.
and there, in this case, in my case, there is some stillness. Yeah, and you tell me you cannot feel stillness. Someone is feeling the stillness, but basically, there where is no Maya, there is then basically an emptiness, an empty and full at the same time.
Yes, but not
So-
for anyone.
Of course, but you still somehow sense it. It's
No.
a very fine sensation. But how do you know then?
I don't know. Really? I mean it. There is not the slightest thing there aware of how it is. Not even of real and unreal. There's nothing. And it's not nothing for someone. There just is nothing.
And everything.
Well, if there's only nothing, nothing is everything, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's really, no.
No.
That's the thing. How would this experience of emptiness would have been without you? Seen from the person, it's a story, but seen from the person is, how is your life in deep sleep? How does it feel? How is it? What can you tell me about how it is?
I cannot tell you because I'm in deep sleep.
No,
So
you are
I'm
not in
weird.
deep sleep because you are not there.
The
That's
you is
what we
not there,
talk.
of course.
Exactly, the you isn't there. Anything else that can be said about how it is comes from an illusion,
Hmm.
or are just stories that can't be known by anyone. So, that's it. Everything else you can sense and feel and be aware of is already dreamt. That's what I mean. And that's what we talk about here. But we can talk about that even while we are awake. We don't have, the body doesn't have to be in deep sleep for this. But that's the nothing and everything that we talk about here. And I literally mean it like that. I'm not in another position.
I know,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes, yes. 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 That's all right. I just wanted to be clear on my side.
Yeah. No, because I just really the sensation when I was coming here that I am not from this world. I am not here.
Mm.
So, and then seeing people are coming, the tree, the street, the thing, and like, so strange, but still, I'm still here. I'm a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
But still, the sensation, the feeling is so strong.
Yes.
That's why, I'm asking this, because there must be something.
Yes. The person can't go beyond this feeling because it is that feeling. There is something. The person can't go beyond this sensation because it is that. It can have a neutral concept, it doesn't even have to tell a story, and it can feel very neutral and impersonal, but it'll still be left with this impression of, yeah, but there is something. Yes, yeah. And liberation would be life without that. Just this not being there. Boop.
Yeah, maybe when I go out, then maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe today you die. Yeah, boop. Possible. I hope you don't have plans for tonight or tomorrow. So, because that's usually why the me wants to stay around. Ah, yeah, but tomorrow I still wanted to do. Good.
Yesterday, after I was kind of exposed, I felt so sad that I mean that after like the decision that I came by, like a conscious decision this time. I don't know. It just felt so sad that I know myself doing this in other fields, like. Yeah, I know that this will be good for me,
Yeah.
and then, but I didn't do this with the meetings before, and I was like, okay, now I'm lying already here, also here, like like pretending, and also that you said that like making up a path, like a
Turning this in.
commitment,
Yeah.
turning into a path.
Yeah. Yeah, it just felt wrong instantly, so.
But it's so interesting that you are all saying in non-duality and extremely, there is no path, but basically there is, because even though if we are coming to your meetings, there is also a path. We are coming to here, at some point, okay, now, and it happens. So somehow there is a path, and I mean, you've been also to some spiritual things before, you did something, like everyone I think of us. Why do you say then so, no, there is no path, but because I understand that after there is nothing happening, etc., but still, in this, it's basically, it's there a path?
Well, there is no path because it turns out that being on a path is just a feeling. It's a feeling that belongs to this illusion to be someone. And for the person, everything feels like a path or a process, but it's an attached illusion. It's this feeling of I'm on a path, and this path will end, hopefully with a success, with one experience where I have arrived. And that's just not the case. It's a dream.
Yeah, but in a dream we can say there is a path.
Yeah, the person will go on saying that. But the thing is that it's never happening.
Of course, but
The
then
person
there is
has
also
to-
there's nothing happen, never happens.
Exactly.
Just talk, nothing, and then next moment is nothing happening.
That's what I mean. It's a feeling that happens in the person. The person has the impression, oh, I'm on a path.
Yeah, but that's why we are sitting here.
No, that's the dream.
Yeah, exactly. So
That
we are
you-
on the path.
That you are sitting here because you are on a path. Because sitting here will not lead anywhere. That's the dream. This feeling of I'm here and I'm here to gain something.
No, actually, I'm just here to listening to you, but I don't want to gain anything.
Yeah. Not even some kind of entertainment.
Okay, then maybe entertainment.
But
But this is not what you meant, that I want to be now enlightened, etc., etc., because...
no, you are a bit more humble. You are just
Yes.
here for entertainment. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Over the years, the goals get smaller. I understand.
Yeah, because yesterday evening I just called, someone is here, someone is here. Oh yeah, let's see. This is Andreas, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah. But you can't say really that you are here for no reason at all. Not that it matters.
I was curious.
That's all right. It's all fine. But
Yeah, that's true. There is always something behind.
there's always something
Yeah.
behind in the person, which is somehow part of the illusion of its path.
Correct.
Uh, Yeah. And of course this path is always connected to some kind of goal. And it'll never be like that.
Mostly.
I'd stick to never, but you can go for mostly. Yeah. If you want to leave some hope, that's fine.
Andreas, maybe this is just me digging out of hope, but obviously once you've listened to this a number of times, you've kind of heard the concepts. There's only so many questions you can ask again and again and again. But there's something else, maybe this is the hope, there's something else here, like the energy that's always new and alive, would you say? Well, whatever this is that we can't talk about, obviously it's, the person has no idea what it is. It's not in the person's perception, this being nothing.
Yes.
So, and that's not even ever said in the words either. You can say there's no one and nothing's happening and this is nothing and blah 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 blah, but that never actually says what it is.
Yes.
But at the same time, there can be a sense of resonance with that. Well, not the person, but like sitting in a meeting, or it doesn't have to be in a meeting, but there can be a resonance with this all being nothing and empty and there being no one.
Yeah, well, only apparently.
What do you mean only apparently?
Well, there is no real resonance with anything. It would just be the appearance of it.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm still looking for rules and conditions, like what would create a resonance, what creates openness, but it's just an appearance of what's happening, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
And it can't be the openness, if there is an openness, it can't be used either.
No, it would also just be what happens.
The me thinks, oh great, I was a bit more open today, or
Yeah, but
not
that's-
today, I'm not, but like hypothetically the me can think, I'm a bit more open today. This will be great, I can gain more now.
Yeah, and it would just live in the dream. I'm more open. What would that mean? I mean, that's a total dream. That someone can be more or less open to wholeness.
Well, a person can't be, but there's times when the me's more or less active, and when the me's more active,
Yeah,
it
but
seems,
both is what happens.
Yeah.
So both is what we talk about. So that's what I mean. It's already within a story. I mean, resisting this is as much whole and complete as not resisting it that much.
I'm not agreeing, I'm just nodding.
No, I know. Who would be there to agree?
Just to go back a little bit. So there are conflicting thoughts, but there is nobody that is in conflict with those thoughts.
With anything, yeah. Yes, there is no conflict, really.
That's the ungraspable part.
Yes. Well, it's ungraspable because the me only consists of being in a conflict.
Yeah.
So it can't go there. It has no idea what it means that there already isn't a conflict. The me thinks there is a conflict, and one day that conflict might be gone when I found a solution to it. But already it's in a conflict again.
It can know there is a conflict or there is not conflict. It cannot know that there is no someone that is.
Exactly, that it's already perfect harmony.
Yeah.
Yes, can't go there.
It can be one or the other. It cannot be just
So to speak, and one or the other for me
for me.
as a conscious experience. Yeah. Yes.
I'm going back to this topic what I mentioned. It's also about that I experience that usually the meetings gives me something good.
Okay.
Yeah, as we were talking about it. Yeah, and then it's also a belief that it will be always like this. But it's not true. I mean, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's boring. So it's like.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not always giving me something good or, yeah.
No. Yeah, I think that's quite nice about these meetings, that there isn't a predictable result. While in a lot of personal teachings, they work on a
Yeah.
predictable result.
Yeah. But it seems
And
that's-
often it seems to work
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, yeah. And it seems also that I have the hope that it will be always like this with the meetings as well.
Mm. No, that'll just be what seems to be happening. And this is unpredictable.
Andreas, you know sometimes like you can sense the energy of the atmosphere in the room in the meeting. Well, sometimes like after a meeting when I'll say to you, I found that really intense, and you'll say, I think it was intense. And I'll say, what do you mean? You say, well, you think it was quite intense for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What's your impression today?
I don't have one yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you how I feel. So,
Is it intense?
no.
No. All right.
It was a minute, well, about half an hour ago, whatever. It feels like I've spent all of yesterday banging my head against a brick wall, thinking, oh, I'm going to get through this wall if I just hit my head hard against it. And now today, I'm just sitting there in pain, just thinking, why did I do that?
Mm-hmm.
So kind of worn out would be how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking is draining.
Yes, it's exhausting and draining. Yeah.
But then the next day the me gets the energy back, or half an hour later the me feels good again and suddenly feels hope again.
Yeah.
Oh great, I just had a good feeling there. I thought of a nice idea. Oh, life's going to work out, let's get back on the old
and
seek.
it gets
Yeah.
back
It feels
on
like
track.
it's got a full tank of petrol.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's put the foot back down on the accelerator and really go for it.
Had a little rest and
Yeah.
then.
Back to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it crashes again and
Yeah, that's what most people would call being alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly. And the best feeling, we talked about it, the best feeling the me can have is back on track,
Yeah.
life works out, all good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a series of highs and crashes, and for different people they're different levels of intensity
Yeah.
and they're different levels of frequency.
Yeah, artificial highs and artificial crashes.
The crashes do not feel artificial.
Well, the highs also don't feel
Not
artificial
at
to
the
the me.
time. Yeah.
It feels real. I'm on a good path, everything works out well.
Yeah. People are nice to me. That's important in my story. Maybe not when you
Yeah.
and me, but
Which is basically, I will become enlightened soon, or I'll never be enlightened.
the thing is,
That's
like
the
you
highs and the lows.
like you said, like the high does feel real to the me. So when the me's on a high, it feels real. But when it crashes, it like I recognise that it was just me building that up. It was never a high there. Do you know what I mean? Because when you said the crash was artificial, I feel like I've really crashed over and over and over again.
Yeah, but I mean, often is when you feel high, you also can't really understand why you ever crashed. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
So
And you think I'll not crash this time.
same,
Yeah.
exactly. It's just the same dynamic. In good and bad.
This time it's
sense.
just going to keep going up.
Exactly, yeah. This time it'll last. Yeah.
No crashing for me anymore. Bang.
Yeah. Yes.
And with me, it's worse. I always think it's bound to crash. I know it's going to crash.
Yeah, you're worse. Yeah.
Yes.
You are in an extra bad position. Yeah. Oh.
But you have also crashes, but
No.
not you, but life. I mean, you are also suffering if you are hitting your feet or you have an auto crash or something.
Oh yeah, but there's no one inside
Exactly.
crashing on
This is just
it.
the difference, that we are with the me and you are without me, but you have the same. If someone is stealing your money, then you are also without money. You are just not thinking about it, what I'm going to eat, and then, life sorted out for me. So something like this.
Very simplified,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this is how we understand, not
Yeah.
like...
Yeah, there's just not this inner roller coaster of
Mm.
I'll be
Yeah.
fulfilled
No,
and I'll
because-
never be fulfilled.
Yeah, because a lot of people are thinking, if I'm enlightenment, nothing gonna happen. I'm all the time happy.
Absolutely.
It's
They
not true.
they think I will be there, be enlightened, and all the rest that keeps me from that will be gone, like
Yeah.
thoughts, feelings,
But
basically.
you have still the bad thoughts. Why did I do that? I shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's not
exactly.
you, of course. It is just happening.
Yeah,
Thoughts are happening.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, in spirituality, some people even want to make the whole world go away by
Mm.
saying it's an illusion. They would say, I'm all there is. And this whole world is an illusion because they suffer and hate this world so much that they want it to be gone. But in the end, it's the other way around. The me is a dream. And this world is the natural reality. There's nothing beyond that.
You are the world, too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But no,
No, but it's true.
yeah, there's what seems to be happening.
Yeah.
Yes, and this includes
You are all
this.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. There'll never be anything else than what seems to be happening.
Hmm.
Hmm. And right now, this is us sitting in this room, having the thoughts and the feelings that we seem to have. There isn't anything beyond that. It's this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just behind you is the curtain. Behind the curtain is nothing.
No,
No wall, no.
the curtain is nothing.
Yes, of course. But look, I just can only talk like this, okay? So I cannot talk like you.
Yeah, but
So
same
behind-
here. I can also only talk
no,
like
because
this.
you are only telling me it's nothing, nothing, nothing. Yes, I know there is nothing, but still there is nothing behind the curtain. Even no world, no Germany, no Hungary, no Italy, no nothing.
Well,
It is
I
just
think that
only
behind the
this.
curtain is the appearance of Munich. I'm quite sure.
Quite sure.
I'm quite sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm quite sure.
See, this is also a person.
Should we
Because
have
how
a
do you
Should we
know?
have a look?
How do you know?
Well, I
There
don't.
is just a curtain.
No, I don't know that either. So the curtain is nothing. This is nothing.
So behind is also nothing.
Exactly.
Then agree.
No, because you made a distinction between before the curtain and behind the curtain.
Yeah, behind the curtain is also nothing.
Yes.
So there is no Munich. Yes,
Oh
It's
yes, but
nothing.
there is no sitting in a room.
of course.
Yeah.
Then it's good.
But I'm quite sure that there's the appearance of a room, and there's the appearance of Munich behind the curtain,
Might be.
and all of that. I'm pretty. We could have a look later.
It's building up only on the time. So basically, just only the brain knows there is Munich. This is just a knowledge, but we are not sure.
And
Cannot
that's what
know.
seems to be happening.
Yeah.
The knowledge of there being Munich
Mhm.
is wholeness appearing as that knowledge.
So
So,
there is no sureness.
well, there is no certainty in an appearance. It's only apparent certainty.
Mhm. So basically, it's just only this what we see
No.
at the moment. Yes.
Oh no.
What?
Oh, because there is no. That's
you
what
just
I.
said. This is yes, what we see.
Yeah, but I said this is nothing. Also.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nothing. But still, this is the appearance just at the moment now. The illusion.
No, that's not how I meant it.
Okay.
That's how you may mean it, but that's not how I meant it.
Okay. It's getting just confusing.
Yeah.
Andreas, I've just thought of something, and tell me if you think I'm wrong here. But obviously, different symptoms of the me. There's different degrees of them for different me's. So if I'm thinking specifically about guilt. Some me's feel a huge amount of guilt, and some me's don't feel very much guilt. it's all connected to the level of self-importance, isn't it? Like, let's just say I feel like something happens and I feel a tremendous amount of guilt. That's connected to, I feel I'm extremely important. Whereas a me who feels less guilt, they probably don't have such a huge feeling of importance. Would you agree or disagree?
Neither,
You're not
no.
interested.
I'm not, no, I don't care.
Yeah, because I think one of the biggest things I apparently suffered from in my life was guilt. The smallest thing could happen. I might not have even been involved all there at the time. And I think, oh my God, it's my fault. If I was different, that bad thing wouldn't have happened. So I'm so awful. I hate blah, 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 blah. I'm just thinking now in reflection, that's because the level of self-importance was so huge that I'm affecting everything and I'm responsible for every problem. And if someone died in another country, it's because I'm evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you often hear as well, this isn't connected to me, but like, for example, if two parents get divorced, the child thinks it's my fault. If I was better, they would be happy together.
Yeah.
That's so common. That's already a level of self-importance then, isn't it?
That's the question, I don't know. Maybe it's just function.
This is the separation.
What do you mean by functioning?
It's just,
But a child never caused their parents to get divorced in that example.
I know, but maybe it's just what seems to be happening, that's how it's perceived. By the me, or just...
No, it would have to be seeking, surely, to come up with an answer to a problem. Would you not say?
I'd say it's rather energetic.
What do you mean by energetic? To do with if there's a me or not?
Well, I didn't understand as a child that I felt guilty. I understood this 20 or 30 years later. So I don't, there was no conscious idea in
But
it.
there's no guilt there now. Oh yeah, the feeling of guilt is energetic. Right, yeah, it doesn't need a mental narrative.
Just disappeared in Munich.
Well, I can hear it still.
Disappeared in apparently Munich.
Yeah, I can hear it still.
I understand what you mean. The feeling of guilt is energetic rather than needing a mental narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The feeling of guilt just wouldn't arise there now, though, would it?
No, there wouldn't be the story, the impression of someone being guilty or responsible. Yeah. Guilt is not a feeling, actually, I think.
How would you describe it?
Well, guilt is a feeling plus me being responsible for it.
It's all to do with ownership as well.
Yeah, exactly. So if this would cause some suffering, I would still maybe feel sad or something. There just wouldn't be this energy of it's my fault. But there might still be a feeling there, which the person would regard as, oh, I caused this, and this shouldn't be, and it's because of me. So, to me, guilt is not a feeling, really.
Yeah.
Andreas, you said that we were talking about that life. Usually people think that life is like this involvement, being involved or doing.
Seeking, doing.
Yeah. And I also feel like this. I mean, I also think that, or I see that life is this involvement.
Life
like
is?
Involvement, like doing, like...
Yeah, doing, being...
Being involved.
Being, observing, being there.
Yeah.
That's what the person regards as life.
And
when
then,
I'm there.
And then if I'm not... if I don't do, then what is life?
If I'm, well, you could still regard it as some kind of observing. But yeah, it's a horrible idea. What would life be without me being there? Nothing.
Or yeah, without being there or without doing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very unattractive idea.
So what is life without doing?
Hmm?
So what is life without doing?
Well, I have no idea. Because this life is illusory. And we could say, what is life without there being someone? Free.
But with being there is also free.
Yeah. Just in both cases, not for anyone.
I'm not calling these meetings special when I say this, but they are bizarre in a way. Do you know what I mean? It's just out of the fucking normal world of the me. I know I'm stating the obvious, but it's like these meetings are completely bizarre.
I'd go for that, kind of.
Logic just, I know I've said it before, logic just doesn't apply here at all.
Yeah, yes.
In the normal world, you might say, well, what I call the normal world.
Exactly, it
you
doesn't
might say
actually
there's no
apply
logic,
there
you
either.
might say there's no logic there either, but this is really, really wild and free here.
Mm-hmm.
And you might say that there as well.
Yeah.
But I think the normal world makes sense.
Yeah, but that's an illusion.
Is it because the me makes it fit into its rules?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the me goes around with a list of rules. Oh, cause and effect is like this, blah, 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 blah. And then it looks at what it sees and fits it into its narrative. Or if it can't explain something, it kind of makes some way of fitting it all in.
Mm.
Whereas I can't fit this into my logic whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But this can apply also here as well. I mean, easily I can make up a sense.
Very
of this
easily. Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, very easily.
In
You
this-
don't even have to make up one. You can also even just assume that it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll be some sense. All right. It'll be good for something. Mm.
And the thing is though, even though right now for me it feels completely pointless to be here, I don't feel like, oh, it's pointless, I shouldn't be here, I should be somewhere else. I don't think I shouldn't be here, but do you know what I mean? It's just, what is the point of sitting in a room? There's nothing happening at all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no point. That's, yeah.
What am I going to hope for? A bit more destruction of the me, or what? Like, so the sense the person makes of what I call the normal world, is the sense always connected to what it gives me? It's here for this reason because it leads to blah blah blah.
Well, no, it's just a method already. As I said, it doesn't even need to invent a sense or meaning. It just has to assume that it's there. I'm here for a reason. It'll be good for something. Just to make itself feel more whole and complete. In this very moment, it's seeking already. I'm here, I'm self-aware. Why am I here? It'll be good for something. Okay. So I can rest again for 30 seconds or 2 minutes. The whole seeking dynamic in 10 seconds. Why am I here? I have no idea. It'll be good for something. Okay. That's what the me does. It's there, it asks a question, it gives itself an answer to comfort it. It has, in this whole thing, it hasn't left itself at all. It was just circling around within itself. That's what it's doing all the time,
But it's also not possible to
No.
escape.
Oh no, who would escape
Yes.
it? No, it's just what seems to be happening. If that's what seems to be happening. Until it collapses. Until this dynamic isn't there anymore. No one finds anything, no one realizes anything, no one comes to the end of the process, no one comes out of this dynamic and looks back and sees this dynamic. Oh, I'm happy how out I am now. No, either that's there or not. And there is no becoming aware of in between, no knowing of anything, not seeing through that. Either it's there or not. Both for no one. The dream already is that this dynamic belongs to someone or is caused by me or something. No.
Probably is a stupid question, but why is it not possible to escape this?
Oh, because there is no one in it. This dynamic is another impersonal appearance. It's just part of this dynamic that something calls itself me, but there is no one.
Yeah, but I made it. I make it as my dynamics.
Exactly. So in that idea, there's already you and your dynamic. Or if some people say in non-duality, me and my me. My me is doing that. My me. How many me's are there now? Wait a moment.
Andreas.
Yes.
But not who. What till that there was a dynamic and there was a separation and now there is no dynamic, no separation.
Well, that's a good thing. There never was a dynamic and there never was separation.
But what till that?
Oh.
Not who, what?
Same question, basically. Oh, no one. No. So again, there is no one separate knowing that.
But why 20% say what you are, not who you are, what you are. From his book, what you are, not what who you are.
So I'm a bit mean now. I think you have to ask Tony. Can't speak for him. Because there also isn't anything which we are.
Andreas, this might be another hope, but I'm just thinking I'm glad I got to you while you're still giving talks. Because imagine, like, if I found you and Jim and Tony on YouTube after you'd all stopped talking, I'd think it'd be awful, because then I wouldn't be able to go along. It would save me an absolute shit ton of money, but what good is the money if I'm still suffering? Do you know what I mean? What I'm basically saying is I'm so grateful to come to these meetings.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's have a break.